as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Taking a look at the Bulls, D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Gentlemen, a close partnership between Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau and center Joakim Noah. Noah said, quote, "The way each of us sees the game can be totally different, but he'll fight anybody to win, and I will too." Noah says Thibodeau's changed too, adding, "He's opened up a lot more, asking how we're doing, what we're thinking." Kevin?
They're really the backbone of that team. Thanks, Doris. From the line, here's Noah. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
And the shot's good from Nene.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Rose. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And Wall. Here we go now. And a strong finish with 2 hands. That could give him a huge injection of energy, Clark.
And Kevin, that's exactly what they need right now. They've got to close the gap.
Forget about that for a second. How about the burst to the bucket for a point guard? Boy, he can power those down.
And you look at the Bulls, a bit of a different look for them, trading away Dang. They amnesty Carlos Boozer. It seems they're shuffling the deck.
No question about it. They bring in the Spanish League MVP and Nikola Mirotic. They've had some good draft choices as well, so a lot of new bodies for the Bulls.
There's Beal with the 3. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got his 4th rebound in this one.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
And Butler gets it to go.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Wizards trail by 13.
And for the Bulls, you have to remember that Derrick Rose is still in his mid-20s, so with his injuries pushing back the timetable slightly and a new luxury tax structure that's more punitive than ever, the Bulls opted to go a little younger and control their costs.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Double team on Rose, and it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Chicago making some changes. Mirotic comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Heinrich in for Derrick Rose.
And guys, you know it. The Bulls are a financially conservative team. Probably the most reluctant among big market teams to pay the luxury tax. So they're trying to win and turn a profit, and until they're in legitimate position to win a title, you can't fault them for that. In one phrase, it's called managing the business.
Outside, Wall. Beal gets a wide open look. Drills it from outside. Beal's got 16 points.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Heinrich dishes to Mirotic. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. And the Bulls, another 3.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Mirotic, Clark, the first ever 2-time winner of the EuroLeague Rising Star Award. Certainly one of the most accomplished European prospects to enter the NBA in quite some time.
And you know, Kevin, his game has been compared to Dirk Nowitzki or Danilo Gallinari, and both of those guys are pretty versatile, high-quality, highly skilled players. So Mirotic will stretch power forward with really good intangibles, too.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He made no mistake that their game plan was to run their offense through Wall. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Nene at the elbow. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Wall's got his third assist on the night.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
Wizards trail by 13. It's Beal on the wing. Three-pointer. Here's Nene. Joakim Noah grabs the miss. Noah's got 5 rebounds tonight. Butler against Beal. Here's Heinrich. Nice D from Wall.
That was a layup. You've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Count the bucket. Pierce has got his first basket.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
For 3, Heinrich. Good.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Wizards have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Nene kicks to Beal. Takes a 3. Beal can't get that one to fall.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
From past the arc. Rebound, Washington. Gortat's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pierce attacking. Pierce with another miss.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And the basket good. 7 points for Joakim Noah.
You know, I'd like to see more of that from him. He's been passing up his shot more than usual, even though he's hitting the ones he takes. He's got to be more aggressive.
Nene with the screen on Butler. Outside, Wall. Knocks down the 3-ball. Wall's got 7 points here in this quarter. 6 seconds left in the third. 3-pointer, Butler, and he gets it to go. And the Bulls lead by 16. And let's quickly have a look at the State Farm assist of the game, which came, Steve, from kind of an unlikely source here.
Yeah, it's the big fella here doing his best impression of a point guard, serving up a brilliant feed here. That's gorgeous.
They've got Porter. Blair is out there with Humphries. And it's Wall. And it's Miller in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards. Here's Wall. Gets an open look and hits. Wall's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks. The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Wizards trail by 18. Humphrey sets a pick for Wall. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
Blair with it. Here's Miller. And he overshot that one, missing.
Boy, that one is a shot he should make because the defender nowhere around him, he usually knocks that one down. It's been a tale of 2 halves. Our guys, he was on fire from long range in the first half, but not so much here in the second.
Wall passes to Porter. Shot left block. And again, Washington no good.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Outside, Wall. The Wizards with another miss.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
The 3-ball. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Gasol. And that's 28 points for Rose.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let him fly.
Gortat's checked in for DeJuan Blair. It's Wall with the drive. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Wall's got 4 points now in the quarter. Chicago leading by 19. Here's Rose, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Miller outside. Humphries with a screen on Rose. Again, the miss by Wall.
Looks like he's just trying to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but I don't know about that shot attempt.
You can't get in a much better position for the three than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
Here's Miller, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Andre Miller with 15 seasons under his belt. He says he thinks he can play until he's 40. And I'll tell you, with his style of play, it doesn't seem like a stretch. He's low to the ground. He plays with a craftiness that really doesn't require a ton of speed.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Pierce has checked in for Otto Porter Jr., and Beal subbed in for John Wall. Wizards trailed by 19. Miller with the ball. Butler covering. Miller dishes to Pierce. Puts up a 3. And again, Washington no good.
And Andre Miller is really a crafty ball handler. It's amazing the numbers he's produced over his career without being a high flyer, without being super fast. What he is highly skilled, smart, tough, durable, uses changes of speed. And the strength he has served him well as a post-up guard and also in being able to play through contact in the lane.
Shots good by Butler.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
Miller outside. He dishes it to Pierce. Stolen by Rose.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
You know, last season was a difficult one for Andre Miller. Blow up between him and the Denver Nuggets coach Brian Shaw after Shaw sat him and cut short his consecutive games played streak, which stood at 239 games. And in that fallout, Miller sat out a month and a half of the season before moving on.
Wizards making a switch here. Wall's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Noah comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Dunleavy in for McDermott.
And Miller ending up with the Wizards at the trade deadline. A big upgrade for them at the backup point guard position. Even at 38 years of age, Miller, with that old man game, still pretty effective.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. DeJuan Blair, he's checked in for Gortat. Humphries comes in for Bradley Beal. And Porter subbed in for Paul Pierce. Then for the Bulls, Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. Tony Snell comes in for Jimmy Butler. It's Heinrich in for Rose. And you talk about that consecutive game streak for Miller, remarkably durable.
Yeah, you know, he went over a decade without having a missed game due to injury, Kevin. He's got a ground-bound game. That serves you well when you're talking about durability because you're not putting as much pressure on your body from high rising and coming down. Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bulls.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Derrick Rose. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got.
And he gets it to go. And it's now 23 points for John Wall.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
For three, Heinrich. Rebound, Washington.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Miller with a wide open look. It's rebounded by Noah.
Well, I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make, but when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
For Washington, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Wall, and he uses the glass on the way.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Dunleavy for three. No good. Washington's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And it's Miller penetrating and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Dunleavy. That free throw, no good. And the Bulls making a change here.
At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. And here we go with Kirk Heinrich. The three. That one goes. Count it. And the Bulls lead by 19.
Well, they've done a great job keeping the fans out of the game today, and the closer they get to the win, the quieter it gets.
Yeah, we call that the sweet sounds of silence. They're going to savor this win as well they should. Every road win carries a little extra reward.